Hello everyone, this is Mr. Ege, and today we're going to do something interesting. This is going to be a laser engraved name tag, okay? I'm going to demonstrate how to design, using AutoCAD, how to design a name tag, okay, and then print it out in the laser engraver. For that, you should be using either your first name or last name or company name, anything like this. And my first name is Emre, E-M-R-E, so I'm going to use it as an example. But this is going to require some designing period. So you need to stop and take a blank sheet of paper in front of you, sit down and design some kind of a stylish lettering, okay, first. Uh, I did that earlier, and so I have some ideas that what I'm going to do, and I'm going to demonstrate that. I came here prepared, so I suggest you do that before you start drawing in AutoCAD. This time we're going to be using AutoCAD 2022. You're going to be designing first on a piece of paper, and maybe we should talk about it if you feel like you want to talk about it. Then again, and uh, and then we're going to design it inside AutoCAD, okay? And if when we get a chance, we're going to laser print it. I ordered quite a few plates, laser printing plates, and we're about to receive them. So um, first, let's decide about the size of the logo. Logo is, let's see, going to be some small size maybe for all practical purposes, maybe 3 inches long and 2 inches high. So start AutoCAD. Please make sure you're in the inches, you're using inches as a unit, and also bring your reference point, 0, reference point by dragging your cursor, okay, when pressing the thumb wheel and dragging cursor in front of you in the middle of the screen. This is really very helpful. If you start from the 0, point, and if it is in front of the screen, you're going to be much more comfortable and better designer, no question about that. Normally, it is at the lower left-hand corner, your reference point, and it is not the way people start drawings. Okay, we are more comfortable with starting from the middle of the drawing paper, drawing area. So my XY intersection of XY axis are right in front of the screen. Now I press the thumb wheel and keep it pressed, and I drag it in front of me. If you press the thumb wheel, you'll see a hand. That hand is indication of panning action started. So you're literally panning left and right, up and down, and that controls your virtual space. So it's very important you develop the habit of zooming in by rolling the thumb wheel forward, zooming out, rolling the thumb wheel backwards, or pressing your thumb wheel, moving left and right, panning left and right, up and down, okay? So having said that, let's go to a rectangle command and start your rectangle from 0, point. Right now my object synapses are off, okay? And I turn my object synapse, I turn my grid, okay? I move my cursor right at the 0, automatically it shows me. And as soon as I started drawing a rectangle, computer gives me the dimension of the rectangle, first length, then height, okay? And the length is highlighted in blue, so that tells the computer, okay, I want to go with the 3 inches, already it's 3, and I'm pressing tab key. Now the height is already highlighted, as you can see. Height, I want the height to be 2 inches, so I type 2, enter key. Now I have 3 inches by 2 inches, okay? A rectangle in front of me, and I'm going to type my first name here using text. At the home tab, there is a text command right here, and I even picked the multi-line text, okay? I picked the top left corner and lower right corner. Now computer gives me a bunch of options, and one of them is line lettering type, and the other one is the justification. So you want to go with the center justification, okay? And the vertical justification should be middle center. So go to the middle center justification. In vertically and horizontally select the center. And also we can choose this lettering size. And I want this lettering size probably 0.25 inches, but maybe I'm going to change it later. And enter key. And right now I am typing my first letter in capital letters, E-M-R-E, and to see how it goes. Oops. After changing the size, I want to type inside the paragraph, E-M-R-E, and that is kind of small. I want it to be larger. So I selected total letter, and I want to go to size and make it 0.5 to see what it looks like. This is much better. How about 0.75? Okay, I changed it to 0.75. It's and how about 1 inch? I have only 4 letters. Maybe this is good. Maybe this is good. I don't need too much. I need a bold face letters, and that will help. Okay. I think I like it. I think it will work for me. And close the editor. Okay. This is good, but we're not even halfway yet. So what we want to do, we want to make it more stylish. So maybe we're going to use the fillet command. Okay. Fillet is very useful command to make the corners round. That definitely helps if you select fillet command. And select the corners to make it rounder, and that computer gives you, it's an interactive system. As soon as you click on the fillet command, it gives you a bunch of options. One of them is this selection of the radius. So if you click on the radius, and then you can designate, turn off the object snap, okay? You can designate where the fillet radius should be by picking 2 points, click and click, like that. Okay, and then select the line number 1 and line number 2, and enter again. Click comes back, fillet comes back, and then you do that 2 again, and enter again. Fillet comes back, and then you simply draw, select. Okay, something like this. You can use it, and then now we're kind of ready. What we want to do. We want to draw some lines around these letters, okay? So I'm going to zoom in as much as possible, and I'm going to go with the line command. The polyline will work for me too. Maybe I should go do the polyline, okay? And select the line. Okay, and delineate the letters from following the exterior lines of the letters. Now here, I want to connect the E to the M, letter M. This is really a good idea, I think, to start with. If you want to extrude or laser engrave or and again letter, before you reach to the bottom, you want to connect to the letter R, so that there is a continuity, unity between. Okay, so there is an arc here, and computer forces me to switch to arc. So I go to options, look at it, and change the arc command. And arc command is kind of tricky. I will go with the 2-point arc. So I click on the 2nd point arc, okay? And I choose a midpoint of the R and the end point of the R. Okay. And then I need to switch to the straight line again. So select the line option. okay, like that, and go to the last letter, E, okay. So this is my name. You're doing your own name, obviously. So you're going to have a different style. And we can modify these mistakes and errors and imperfections later on. Okay, that's another thing. How do I finish? This is also critical. I want to go with the arc command again. I want to select the second point of the arc, perhaps, and go like this and go like this, maybe. I'm going to turn off the object snap temporarily here. Okay, and then switch to line command. Switch back to arc command. Second point arc is always helpful. Okay, I'm going to go with the straight line, select the line option, all the way to up here, again, and I'm going to modify using arc command again, select the second point arc. Second point arc is usually the midpoint of the arc, just to make it sure that you're clear about this. And then switch to the line command. Then I feel like I'm going to do some modifications here later on. Come back here and come, okay. And because it's a parallel, I'm going to end with the C for close. Okay. So now let's do, if there's anything that we can fix, and there are plenty perhaps here and there. So if you selected the line, it gives you, click on it, and then computer gives you the control points. Now, control points are the ones that you can change and modify and extend, okay? So number of things we can do by just clicking on the, they get red hot, and then you can just simply put them to places where they're supposed to be. Okay. So when you zoom in, you can see better small errors, and then you can modify it. Okay. You can also change, it doesn't have to be exactly the same. You can also change some of the lines or angles of the lines, okay, to make it look more stylish. Okay. Control points is pretty much everything. You click inside the control points, blue control points, it gets red. That means you're ready to modify it. Click again, go to the places, you can pull it to any place you like. Okay. Because this is an artwork, it's okay to exaggerate sometimes. Okay, so you don't have to be accurate, but if you make it looking better, that's the whole point. Okay. Now, probably the students who are into engineering, they are a little bit confused. Why is it artwork if it's an engineering work? If you're architect or engineer, or you're going to architectural or engineering field, there is always the role of art and aesthetics and proportions, aesthetic appeal in the world of engineering and art as well. And colors, effect of the colors, the human psychology, the being likable is extremely important for the engineers and architects as well. So don't be confused that when you hear the word art, actually it's a good word because there is a beauty that eyes are searching for in every single product, and you have to be aware of that fact and then try to do your very best when you're designing something totally new. Okay. Now, what is the next point? After creating those lines, okay, how are we going to do it? Now, laser engraver, actually, there are two kinds of approaches. We can create AutoCAD drawings within the laser engraver and then send it to laser. Another thing we can do, we can create raster image files inside AutoCAD and send it to laser. And both of them is possible. And the raster file pictures are image files, as you know. And AutoCAD drawings are vector files, engineering drawings, okay? And both of them works nicely with the laser engraver. You can try both of them. And from inside AutoCAD, you can generate a raster image file as well. Okay, so we have, okay, so it looks like this. Okay, I'm going to, before I erase the lettering, because lettering will be gone pretty soon, and then I'm going to start coloring the entire background. But before I do that, I'm asking myself, what else can I do, okay, to make it a little bit more interesting? Perhaps we can draw, we can start from top. We can use the object synapse to engage to the top line command, click, and perhaps, and then go a little bit straight and then change to arc. Select the second point of the arc and the third point of the arc. Okay, and that point, you can go switch to the single line command again to make it a little bit more stylish. Okay. And then you go arc command if you like to, and select the second point of the arc and the third point of the arc. And then engage one of those. Enter. Okay, so far so good. Basic lines is there, and this is the point where I'm going to erase. Don't forget to save your work, obviously. You always go to A and then save as, A for AutoCAD, save as, and select it to Laser Engraver. And go to OneDrive. Okay. Go to OneDrive, go to your folder that carries your name and STEM design, and create a new folder if necessary. Okay. So this is laser. Engraved. Let's make a new folder just for laser engraved projects. We're going to have several of them this year. Okay, laser. It's called this, laser logo. Okay, and save. All right. So here it is, and I'm selecting the letter. Click on the letter and delete. Okay. And there is an area that I like to trim off. There's a nice trim command somewhere. Okay. That's, I can click on this and it's gone. Okay. Save again. Of course, I modified it. Am I missing the middle of the R? Yes, I am. Control Z takes me back. Control Z. Let's do the create. Let's create the middle of the R as well. Again, I'm using a polyline. I am so much comfortable with polyline that I have no problem with using it. But if you feel comfortable with the regular line, you do it. But I suggest you learn the polyline. Okay. And now, if you want to go with the arc command and second point arc, click on the F as soon as you enter the arc, and then second point. Then go with the, click on that, and line command again. And then go back to, and type C for close. Okay. And I think we're ready, and save, of course. Now we can go erase. The lettering, select it from the edge, click on the edge of the lettering, it's gone. And you can modify it. You can go there and click on the surface, and you can turn the ortho on so that you know what you're doing. Okay, like that. Like that. Okay, so it makes it a little bit more stylish, and you can go like this, you can go like this. Okay, and escape. Maybe you need a trim command, maybe you go ahead and use the trim and cut this end as well. Okay, and escape and save your work. Okay, now we need the color inside. One of the interesting thing about the universal laser engraver we have in the shop right now, in the center, CNC center, it's called CNC center, not anymore shop. It used to be shop, not anymore. CNC center requires red color for deeper cuts. And how do we do that? First of all, this line is a poly line. I want to make it thick and red. Okay. So let's go DD edit command, dynamic dialog box edit command. And I select, okay. I'm sorry, P edit, polyline edit command, and we select the area, okay, And we want to change the width of this, and the width is going to be, say, 0.03. Okay, is that good? Yeah, that's good. And also, what else can we do? We can change the color to red. So double click it, okay, for the click on it and you need the properties. You need the access to the properties, and within the properties, you want to change the color to red. Red is actually means cut, so I'm changing that to red, okay, and save. So inside the lettering, maybe green is a good idea, and so that's what I want to do. Then go to green, select. But how do we do that? So I'm going to just get rid of this properties box, and I will just use, okay, boundary hatch command or B hatch command. I select the solid command, use the color, select the green color, okay, and click inside the area. Ta-da! It's beautiful. Now, okay, click on the check mark on the top right-hand corner, okay, and save your work again. Now, this is the AutoCAD drawing file, okay? And it's not centered perfectly. It's very important in the design world, architectural engineering design world, or even artistic design, centering something, or even commercial art. Centering lettering is very important. So I'm going to use the move command to center everything more evenly, okay? Click and move everything. And I have the ortho on, so I'm moving everything horizontally, a little bit to the left. It's too close to the right, so perfect. This is better. Save again, okay? And this is, I think, is almost ready to be laser engraved. This is a drawing file when you saved it, and you can export it also JPEG image file. That's also possible. And how do you export it to JPEG image? That's a good question. Click on the A, go to the export, okay, and then is this a CAD drawing? Is it other formats? We're looking for the JPEG image. I'm looking for the JPEG image file, and I don't see it here. BMP file, but not JPEG image file. There's nothing. Okay. So next, how else do we do this? There's another way. There's more than one way of doing this. And JPEG image file can be completed. Go to print commands. Click. When you're in the print, you look down arrow, look here, JPEG image printing. Yes, right there. Okay, use default size. Okay, and display or extends. Yes, extends. Okay, and we're gonna use this for. So we want to preview first. Click on the lower left-hand corner to preview. It's gonna look like that. That's not too bad. Yeah, if the laser cuts it alongside the red lines, we're going to be in great shape. Okay, but I wish now it's okay. I wish I had a hole here at the center, so that would have been so nice if we had a hole. I'm glad that I saw it. Okay, by previewing it. So maybe I should add a hole here. So I'm escaping. I'm coming back to here, and a hole would have been nice. I go to circle command, okay, and pick the corner. See if I can create a hole. Okay, something like this. Actually move it a little bit down to where it is. That would have been so nice. And I'm going to turn off the ortho so that I can more freely move. That's far better. Okay. Or do you think I should put the hole right around here? That would have been nicer. Yeah, click here. And how do I change the color to red again? Back to red again. First of all, is this a power line? Let's check the computer to ask, is this a power line or can we make it power line? Click on this, enter. and select the polyline, and it doesn't see this as a polyline. So to make it poly, okay, let's type B poly or boundary poly, enter, and pick a point, inside, enter. Now it's a polyline, and then padded command, polyline edit, padded command, click on it, and then select it. You want to change the width of this, and the width is going to be, remember 0.03, we use before, very good, enter. Now you want to change the color to red so that laser cuts it, okay? Click on it, and properties, how do you go to the properties? Double click, we go to properties. Okay, this is done already, let's get out of here, and again, click, double click. Let's see. Okay, one of those options of polyline edit is not happening, and then let's save this first. Okay, and I'm pressing the right mouse button, and then see if I can change. Rosie. I certainly want to change that, but not that. It's in a different layer, so I'm going to go to the layers and see if I can change the color to red color. So layer properties, and make it red, and see how it goes. Okay. Okay. So, and save command again. I think this is again ready. Okay, and it's been saved as a drawing file. Now we're going to export. Okay, we're going to export it to a JPEG image file. Let's go to A, all right, and print. And the printer plotter, change your printer plotter to JPEG image file, JPG file, okay. Use default paper size, okay. And instead of display, play the extends, and instead of fit to paper, it should be full scale, okay. You want to preview it, okay, continue. Okay, I think this is good. And now okay it. Now computer is going to ask you the location. The annotation scale is not equal to. Let's continue. Okay. Now where do you want to save it? Again, you go back to OneDrive and go to your find the proper folder. Okay. And laser logo and save it. Ta-da! And now you have the picture also. Okay, thank you very much for listening. And we're going to use this information later on. And then when the printer laser engraver is ready, when I receive the acrylic sheets, we're going to print your design. Okay, and don't forget to design a sketch on a white blank sheet of paper. We call this a brainstorming session, and you have to have like options of like 5, 10, 12 options to choose from one only. And I'm going to come and stop by your office, by your station, and we're going to discuss some of the options and why some of them are better than others. We can at least talk about it. Okay? Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye.